Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the first session number 1. Thank you so much for choosing Student Life and hearing a little bit more about the Student Experience Office. Just wanted to hop on and just reiterate that Carleton, the place that we all love to play and learn and grow, is located on the traditional and unceded territories of the Algonquin Nation. And with that, we know it's a tight turnaround here, so I'll pass it over to our expert, Kiara, to talk a little bit about student life. So everyone enjoy the session.
Awesome. Thank you, Carly. So hi, everyone. My name is Kiara. I work in the Student Experience Office, and I'm here for this session to tell you all about our office and what we do and what your experience at Carleton could be like. So I know we only have 20 minutes together, so I'm just going to dive right on in. And if you have any questions, I encourage you to go to the booth, or you can send an email to us afterwards, and I'd be more than happy to connect with you. All right. So our office does a lot for students. We have transition support programs, mentorship programs, experiential learning, and involvement opportunities. And we're here to support your student experience from when you get to Carleton all the way until you graduate. So we have opportunities for every student and all faculties, and we're really here to support you and your life here at Carleton. So starting off this evening with our transition support programs, and are probably of most interest to you folks as you're thinking about Carleton and wanting to learn a little bit more about what that transition could be like and how we're able to support you from wherever you're coming from to Carleton. So starting off with our summer orientation and CU 1001 programs. So these two programs are really great opportunities to get you set up for September. So these programs are for students who have selected Carleton, you know you're coming in September, and this is to give you kind of a kickstart into that transition. So the summer orientation program is a half-day program for new students and parents. So it's a half day filled with presentations and campus tours from various different student leaders. And this covers everything from academic adjustment to campus resources, involvement opportunities, and being able to connect with your peers as well and hearing their experiences at Carleton. So it really equips students with knowledge and resources to support your transition. But we also have presentations for parents as well, recognizing that this is also a time of transition for you. So a really wonderful opportunity to come to campus and to get that introduction. And registration for these programs typically open in the spring. And we are hoping to offer this program in summer 2022. However, we will continue to follow public health guidelines and do what is best and safe for everyone. So more information about this program will be available in the spring. And then in turn, we have our CU 1001 program. So this is also a program that launches in the summer, and it's a really fantastic program for incoming students. It covers the same content as summer orientation, just in a different way. So it's fully online, and it's based off of Carleton's 5 success pillars, and it's comprised of different asynchronous videos and activities. And what's phenomenal about this program is it opens in July, but it stays open until September, meaning you can register at any point in the summer, and you have access for that full resource for the entire time until September. So you can complete the program at your own pace. You can go back and reference it later on. So a really wonderful opportunity to get all that information, and you can access it from anywhere around the world, which is really great, and still get that introduction to Carleton. And in addition to those asynchronous activities, there's live Raven Talk sessions. So these are live sessions where you get to connect with fellow students as well as campus departments. You can ask any questions that you have and learn a little bit more about them. So a great opportunity to have that face-to-face interaction. And again, this opens in July and it's fully accessible until September. So both of these programs really great if you want to get a kickstart to your life here at Carleton. And then moving into our fall orientation program. So this is for students during the first week of your academics here at Carleton. And it's a week-long event of various different activities and really welcomes you to the Carleton community and gets you acclimated both socially, academically, and culturally. And there's 4 key orientation programs. So we have the SPROSH program for students in the Sprott School of Business, NSFROSH for students in the Faculty of Engineering and Design, SciFROSH for students in the Faculty of Science, and then centralized orientation for students in Arts and Social Sciences or the Faculty of Public Affairs, or for any other student as well that would like to participate. So there are program-specific events, but there's also events for all of these orientation opportunities. So it's a really great way to meet peers in your program, in your faculty, and across campus, and a really great way to meet one another and get welcomed to the Carleton community. And within that program, there's also Academic Orientation Day, which occurs on the Tuesday, so the day before classes officially start, and then this program is mandatory for all first-year students, and you get to have an orientation with your program. So you get to meet professors and faculty members and meet fellow students within your program and get more information about your program specifically and courses and so forth. So a really, really great opportunity there. And in the afternoon of that day, there's Expo Carleton. So this features over our 300 plus clubs and societies on campus. So if you're interested in a club or society or wanting to get involved, but you're not really sure where to go or where to look, Expo Carleton is an awesome opportunity where you get to connect with those clubs directly, interact with them, learn more about them, and potentially sign up if you're interested. So fall orientation is a fantastic program, and registration for that also opens in the summer as well. So now kind of shifting gears a little bit into our mentorship programs that we offer. The first one being First Year Connections, or FYC for short. Carleton loves acronyms. So this is also a transition support program where students in their first year get to be paired with an upper year mentor who is in their program or a similar faculty, where they're able to meet with their mentor once a week for the first 6 weeks of courses. So it really allows that opportunity to have that one-on-one peer support, and your mentor is there to answer any and all questions that you have. So it can be involvement opportunities, various different resources, your transition as a whole, or if you just don't know where to go to ask questions, you can go to your mentor. They're a wonderful resource, and you know you have that person that you can connect with. So it's a fantastic program. Registration opens in the summer, but I will say it fills up quite quickly. So I would encourage you, once it opens, to sign up as soon as possible if you're interested. And information about all of these transition support programs does get communicated to your Carleton email address. And it's also on our website and social media, which I will share at the end of this presentation as well. So moving into another mentorship program, Community Connections. And this is a mentorship program for students at any point in their degree. So it doesn't have to be in first year. It can be at any point during the year. If you feel like you'd like to have a mentor or have that peer-to-peer support, you can sign up for Community Connections at any point in time. And you're paired with a mentor who's really able to answer questions, provide you with connections to resources, participate in activities that kind of enhance that sense of belonging. And it's an awesome opportunity if you're not really sure where to go or you don't really know the support that you need. Community Connections is there to help guide you in that right direction. So a wonderful resource, and you can sign up at any point in time. And finally, we have the AfroCaribbean Mentorship Program, or ACMP. And this is a dedicated mentorship program supporting the success of African descent and other racialized students at Carleton. They provide year-long programming in community building, skill development workshops, and one-on-one mentoring. So it's a wonderful program. They have events all the time, so I would encourage you to check it out if it's something that you are interested in. All right, so just shifting gears into some of our leadership and student engagement opportunities. And this is for students at any point in their degree, all years. And these are wonderful opportunities to get engaged with the community at Carleton. So first up, looking at our SOAR Student Leadership Conference. This is one of my personal favorites. And it's a yearly conference that happens in January of every year, featuring keynote speakers, expert speakers, and student leaders and panels. and it's a full day of leadership opportunities. So there's informative and interactive workshops and presentations where you can learn from peers and members of the community on various different topics of leadership. And you can also apply to present as well. So if you're really passionate on a certain topic of leadership and you want to share it, you can apply to be a presenter and speak to students on your topic of leadership. And there's also keynote speakers each year. So we're really excited to welcome Andre DeGrasse to our SOAR 2022 conference in January, which is super exciting. And some of our past keynote speakers has been Martin Luther King III, Tessa Virtue, Colonel Chris Hadfield, and several others. So it's a really great event that happens each year and gives you an opportunity to build on your leadership skills. Awesome. And then next up, we have CAB, which is the Campus Activity Board. And this is a student-led group that leads events and programming throughout the academic year. So if you're looking to just take a study break, meet peers, get to know the Carleton community, and go to an event, the Campus Activity Board puts on events that are really engaging and have a wide variety of interests. So some of the most popular ones are Epic Bingo, where you can win anything from gift cards to speakers. There were TVs a few years ago, so a really cool opportunity to participate and win some really neat prizes. And we also have Bob Ross Paint Nights and Raven Zone sessions. And these Raven Zone sessions happen every week, where you can just drop in, take a study break, and just chat with peers. Some of them are themed on different topics. So just a really great opportunity to have that social connection. And there's also volunteer opportunities as well. So if you're interested in event planning, or maybe you just want to have that kind of enhanced experience, that kind of next level opportunity, you can volunteer with CAB. So you can volunteer at an event and really, learn the gist and run an event yourself. So it's a really cool opportunity. And then next up, we have our CU Spirit Days. So every single Friday is Spirit Day on campus. So you can wear any Carleton gear and get various different perks. So for example, you can get 10% off select food vendors from the food court, 20% off coffee or tea at Roosters, which is the student coffee house. So really you get some awesome perks, but it's also a wonderful way to show your Carleton pride. And each year there is a new Spirit Day apparel that gets launched in September. A couple years ago were these awesome quarter zips, which you see on the screen. This year I'm currently wearing mine, which is a zip up sweater. So they change each year, and it's a really awesome opportunity to get a little bit of Ravens apparel and show your pride. And also, if you register in fall orientation, you have the option to purchase one of these off the bat, so you kind of get first dibs into what that Spirit Day apparel will be for that year. And finally, just looking at our community engaged learning programs. So we have several of these programs that we offer. Pre-pandemic, we had our campus to community program where students were able to partner with a nonprofit organization in Ottawa and do a half day or full day of community engagement and work on a project or a task with that organization. And then we had alternative spring break, where students participated throughout the year, learning about community engagement and various different pieces, and then spent their February reading week with a national or international community, working on projects or learning from those communities themselves. So really wonderful opportunities, and fingers crossed we can bring them back in the future. But we also have this community partnership project, which is a brand new program and is super, super great for students who are looking to develop transferable skills while also working with community organizations. So students are able to register for this program in September, and they participate in various asynchronous modules, learning about community engagement, learning about project management, and various different topics, and they're able to complete that at their own pace. So it's not too much of an addition to their academics. And then they spend their February reading week working with one of our partner organizations on a project that they have in mind. So some examples for this year is looking at social media and communication strategies for our partner organization, looking at their strategic planning process, doing research. So a really great opportunity to have that skill development opportunity. And certainly these elements can be applied to your academics and also outside your academics. So these are wonderful opportunities to get involved and to kind of build that experiential learning piece to complement your studies. Wonderful. So that is everything from me. Certainly, I would encourage you folks to stay up to date with our social media accounts, and the handles are there on the screen. We do post about all of these different programs. So if you're ever curious as to when does registration open for first year connections or what's an event that's coming up, I really encourage you to follow along. And we also have lots of giveaways all the time, so you can win some really cool prizes. But of course, you can also send us an email if you do have any questions at sco@carleton.ca. We'd be more than happy to answer them for you. And of course, you can take a look at our website, Student Experience Office, for more information about these programs and several others. So I really appreciate you all taking the time to come to this session today. It was so wonderful to see all your comments, and I really hope you enjoy the rest of today's sessions. Really appreciate everything, and best of luck as you move through this next transition period of your life and deciding what's best for you. So thank you very much. I really appreciate it, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your evening.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Kiara, and thank you everyone for joining. I see there are a few more questions.
Oh, Carly, I think you're on mute.
Uh-oh, can you hear me now? Can you hear me? How about now? Okay, amazing. That was weird. Well, thank you all so much for joining us. Like Kiara said, a big thank you to you as well. Oh, you can hear me. Amazing. So those of you that still have questions, don't forget to go to the student services booth. We have an admissions booth with our director of admission, assistant director of admission, and our head admissions officer. So all of your questions about when you're going to get your offer and what grades we're going to look at, definitely head over to that booth to answer those questions. No idea how to find the booth. Totally. So head back over to the main welcome page. And at the top, you should see a couple different tabs. You'll see the sessions tab, and that's how you join these sessions. And then you'll find the student services booth. If you head in there, you should be able to see a list of all the booths and enter that way. If you can't find them, Chloe or anyone else, you can send me a direct message and I will help you find those. I know we had a question about scholarships as well. There is a session coming up next on financing your education with awards and financial aid, as well as the employability presentation. Unless you want to hear Kiara talk again, you can hang out in our student life presentation, but you have about 2 minutes or so to head over to your next session. And like Kiara said, just echoing that, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your night. So we hope to see you in another session. Thank you.